puzzle, so she forgot of this rook check with sacrifice with round number 1 in challengers in Tata Steel. So she forgot of this international master with Lu Miaoyi and faces by Grandmaster Max Warmerdam. So what do you think of this one with study of these games in this round number 1 in Tata Steel Chess 2026? So let's see of this one with studies of this game. White pieces with Miao versus black pieces in Max Warmerdam in Netherlands. So I changed up this theme of this chessboard. So color with themes is light blue because I interchange of these theme boards of this chess.com. So 2 hours of this long game or round robin within challenger of this Tata Steel Chess 2026 without standings after round number 1. So white plays Miao is e4, c5 Warmerdam, knight c3 close Sicilian defense, and also d6, pawn d4 attacks this pawn, capture this pawn, queen captured pawn, and also knight c6 by Warmerdam without threatening the queens here, and also without backwards is queen d2 by Miao. Without main lines here, without once of this computer is queen d3. So queen d3 here. So it means without choose of this Miao is queen d2. So this is a choose of these white pieces here. And also g6 by Warmerdam by next of fianchettos bishop g7 here. And also without b3 by next of this one bishop b2 by dark square here. And also bishop h6 by Warmerdam. So if your idea why don't we choose this bishop to g7? Bishop g7 is a once of this computer. With the choose of Warmerdam is bishop h6. With a bishop with a threatening the queens here. And also pawn f4. So with a pawn f4 with the protects of this one with pawn f4 according with international master Roderick Nava with move chooses of pawn f4 here. And also knight f6 by Warmerdam by playing next castling kingside here. And also bishop b2, good move without next of fianchettos with bishop to b2, dark square of fianchettos, and also castle kingside by Warmerdam, castling queenside by Miao. Without it is called by this one with openings with Magnus Sicilian. So according with Norway with Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen of this world champion here. And also pawn a5 with Warmerdam by next by strong pawn a4 here, and also pawn a4. So it means so no more of this one with pawn a4 with black pawns with next of this one with pawn a4 with white pawns here. And also bishop e6 by Warmerdam without next of this knight captured with sacrifice. So this is a next maneuver here with a sacrifice. And also knight f3 by Miao, and also knight b4. So this is a novelty from this Warmerdam of these games. So this is a old main lines here is rook c8. So rook c8 is a old main lines here. So it means so knight b4 after this book line novelty. So this is a novelty of this one by in this after this booklet. And also knight g5 by Miao without threatening the bishop here. And also rook c8 by Warmerdam, good precise here without idea without attacks with knights with sacrifice here. And also knight captured without double queens and rooks captured with knights. And also king b1, good move without property active, king must be active. And also bishop g7 without backwards here, so does not one of this computer engine by Warmerdam. So no need of this one with sacrifice is knight captured. Knight takes e4 is a sacrifice here. So if you knight captured sacrifice, and also rook captured pawn. So rook capture c2, threatening the queens and without bishop here. And if you move by queen d4 here, and also rook captured sacrifice with check here. If the queen captured sacrifice with rooks, one rook down, and also rook captured pawn f4 with threatening the knights. So if you knight c3 and also queen f8 without next of this move rook f2 without threats the queens. So easy of this one by solution. So best of these ones of this computer. So slightly advantage for blacks here. So back there, this one is bishop g7 with Max Warmerdam here, and also without bishop c4, without idea with plannings with Miao, without attacks with pawns, with check, and also without traps the rooks here. So this is a next counters move here, and also without rook capture sacrifice. So sacrifice with rook, the rook. So Gotham just shouted. So it means, so rook takes c4 is a sacrifice with Max Warmerdam here. And also captured with sacrifice. So one rook down with Max Warmerdam. And also queen c8 without idea, without threatening the disturbance, the pawns here. And also without e5, without attacks with double pawns and knights, captured queen e2. So why don't we, if we continue, is capture this pawn without threatening the knights and knight g4. So knight g4 with threatening the pawns with bishop attacks this one. So this is a examples of ones of this computer. So it means without chooses is queen e2 by Miao, and also knight d7 without defense the pawn. So it means, so if you capture this pawn without continues here, and also rook he1 without queens threatening the pawns here without check. The check, or maybe without doubles with the queen to queens here. So this is another examples from ones of this computer. So back there is knight d7 by Warmerdam without defense the pawns and capture. So what happened by Miao? So why she bad move without captured of this symbolizes bad. So you need more best. So the best is rook hf1 here. So before we captured, so it means same by this one with rook to rook here. So according this one by etc. So this is a slightly better advantage for whites here. Okay. So back there, this one is capture this pawn with Miao. Knight captured and also knight b5. Why? Without knights here, without idea, without threatening the pawns here. So this is a attacks. And also without knight b5 by Miao. Without idea by next maneuvers knight a7 without threatening the queen. So because this is she was a plans of this next move of Miao here. And Warmerdam is knight captured with pawns. And also bishop captured. So why? Because this is a, if you knight captured pawn, so it means without openings by diagonals with bishop to bishop without dark square. So it means, so bishop captured, good move, Miao. King captured bishop, and also rook d4, good move. Without plannings with Miao, without rook attacks the knights, and without threats the queens here. And also without knight b6 by Max Warmerdam, without idea, without threatening the pawn. So threatening the pawns here, and also without pawn c3 attacks the knights, and also knight 4 d5, and also rook c1, and also queen c5. So it means without movement, so another bad move from Max Warmerdam. So the best move this one is rook to f6 here. So rook f6, so this is a once of this computer. So this is a slightly better for blacks. So back there, this one is queen c5, and also queen takes e6 without captured with pawns here, and also without rook f6 without attacks the queens, and queen e4, and also pawn e5 without threatening the rooks, and also rook d3. So for example, so do not capture queen captured pawn. Queen take e5, so because blunder ratios, and knight captured. Oh, without knight captured, check, and without traps the queen, queenless. So this is a because queenless here, so queenless of this one. So it means, so knight, if you knight check, so it means queenless. So it means, so do not captured by queen captured pawn. So if queen captured, so it means without check, so it means queenless. Okay, so back there, this one with wait. Okay, rook d3. So cannot move my keyboard. So it means rook d3 backwards, and also without rook e6 by Warmerdam, and also battery rook cd1 with Miao Miao, and also knight f6 good move without idea, without threatening the, without disturbance the queens here, and also without queen captured b7 without check here, and also without rook e7 another good move by Warmerdam without threatening the queens, and also queen a6, so this is a bad move. So another bad move from Miao Miao. So that's not one of this computer engine. So the better move is backwards queen b8. So need more differentiate up this one with backwards here. So according this one, so this is a goods for whites. So back there, this one is queen a6 by Miao Miao, and knight captured pawns, and also queen captured pawn, and also pawn e4 attacks the rooks, and also rook h3 without good precise by Miao Miao, and also rook b7 by Warmerdam without idea with Planix rook threatening the knights with threats the queens without traps, because this is a traps the queens, and without rooks with check. So if you rook captured knights with check, so it means traps the queens. So need more careful here. And also without queen captured pawns here, and also without rook captured knights without check here, and also king c2 good move by Miao Miao, and also queen b6 without idea with Planix with Warmerdam with rook to b2 with check. So this is a next controls here, and also without queen a3, and also queen backwards b7, so another third bad move from Warmerdam. So this is a rain bad move, so this is a not good personal of this computer. So the best move this one is need more defense is queen c7. So queen c7 is a once of this computer, so this is a goods for blacks here. Okay, so back there, this one is queen b7 with Max Warmerdam, and excelente by Miao Miao is pawn c4 without threatening the rooks, and without movement is queen c7. So do not captured by pawn captured rook, because this is a target with queens without check here. So need more focusing on this one with chess here. And also this one is defense rook c3. So why Miao Miao, why she defends of this rook c3? So why she blunderacious of this one? So the first guessing puzzle. So what do you think about Miao Miao? So it means, so she forgot her brilliant sacrifice here. So let's see of this let's see of this computer from this first puzzle. So waiting for a couple of seconds and continue for that. Start. Thank you so much here, and congrats for everyone. So she forgot her brilliant sacrifice. So the best move this one. So need of this sacrifice is rook to d7. This is a brilliant sacrifice, because Miao Miao her forgot brilliant sacrifice with check. With a check and traps the queens here. So if your queen takes d7 here, and also capture this rook. So c takes b5. So this is a once of this computer. So this is a slightly better for white. So another. So if your knight captured rook, if your knight takes d7 here, and also queen to e7. So check here. So if you king g8, and also queen captured pawn with check. So if you king f8, and also queen h8 check. So if you king e7 here, and also rook h7 check. So rook h7 check. If you king d6, here, if you king d6, and also queen d4. Queen d4 check. If you king c6 here, and also, wait, queen captured. Wait, queen captured pawn. Wait, queen captured? Or is that queen captured? Oh, queen d7? Where? Queen takes d7. So it means queen d7. Oh, queen d7. Queen c6. So queen c6 and also queen. Wait, wait. Oh, queen d7. Queen d7 check. So queen d7 check. If you queen takes queen to queen, if you rook captured. Oh no. This is a king takes d7. So it means so 3 connected pass pawns, so wins 4 blocks. So it means wins 4 blocks by Miao Miao. I mean wins 4 blocks by Warmerdam. So it means so wins 4 blocks by Warmerdam. So loss of this Miao Miao. So I thought very loss of this whites here. Okay, so back there, this one is rook c3, so blunderations without defense, and also rook f5. So this is a worst move from Warmerdam. So the best move this one is rook to c5. Rook c5 here, not rook to f5, not rook f5 here. So this is a good for blocks of this computer. Okay, so back there, this one is rook f5 by Warmerdam, and also rook d2 without no more with check. So this is a worse move. So need more best. So the best move this one is queen to d6 here. So queen d6 without queen to queen. So it means without queen to queen. So if you rook f2 with check here, and also king to c1. Okay, king c1, and also without ignorance is queen to b7. Queen b7, so this is a goods for blocks. So another, okay, if you queen captured, if you queen takes d6 and also rook captured, if you rook captured and rook f1 check. So if you check, you know, and also king to b1. King b2, sorry. So king b2. So I'm sorry I got wrong notes. So it means if you rook f2 check, and also king to b3. So this is a goods for advantage here. So this is a slightly better for whites here. Okay, my fingers to rush. So back there, this one is rook d2 by Miao Miao, and also pawn e3 without threatening the pawn. So another again by bad move from Warmerdam. So it means that the best move this one is rook to c5 here. So rook c5. So rook c5 here. So this is a once of this computer engine here. So this is a slightly better for blocks. Okay, so back there, this one is e3 without threatening the rooks, and rook d4. So it means what happened by Miao Miao was she bad move. So it means without symbolizes bad. So it means that the best move this one is queen to d6 here. So queen d6 here first. So queen d6. So it means so no need to have this one with more controls without queen to queen. Without queen to queen, if you queen captured here and also rook captured. So it means so if you knight here double knight e4. So it means without double rooks here. If you rook d7 check, if you king to h6 and rook captured. So rook takes e3. So this is a best solutions here. So wins for whites by Miao Miao. Okay, so back there, this one is without rook d4 by Miao Miao here, and also rook f2 check, and also good move king d1, and also rook capture. So many bad move of this Max Warmerdam. So that's not one of this computer. So the best move this one is queen to b7. With that idea, with queen b1 with check. With that queen b1 check. So this is a good, slightly better for blacks. Okay, so back to this one is rook captured g2 here with a threat to the pawns, and also rook captured, rook g1 check, king c2, and also queen captured check with Max Warmerdam, and also rook d2, good move from Miao Miao, and also queen h4, and also rook e7 check, and also king h6, and also queen e3 check, and also rook g5, good precise here by Max Warmerdam. And also rook d4 without idea with Miao Miao with the threats the queens here. Without queens with a check here. And also without queen h2 check by Warmerdam. And also king c3 by Miao Miao. Queen h1 without idea with Warmerdam with queen a1 with check. So this is a check of his controls. And also rook e5 without rook to rook, queen a1 check, and also king b4, and also queen b2 check, and also king a5, queen a2 check, and king b6. So this is a end of this battle. So resigns by Max Warmerdam. So why he resigns? Because so if you king b2 only move with Max Warmerdam, and also without rook b5. Without defense here, so it means without defense by rook b5. So if you queen g2 without, if you queen g2 here, if you queen g2, and so it means rook captured. If you rook captured, so if you queen captured, so without queen to queen, queen takes, king takes, and also so this is a more controls. And after you have this one, so it means so wins for white, so it means game over from blacks, because this is a knights here. So this is a knight. Okay, so the score with Miao Miao 19.4, so 19.4, and the score of this 84.6 by Max Warmerdam. So the winner of this round number 1 challenger, Lu Miaoyi. So I will next up this one with round number 2 with Masters by Grandmaster Norderbeck up to Saptaruf versus with India is R. Pragnananda, her sister with older sister by Vaishali. So I will next up this one with analyzed by next round. So I hope of this part of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Mark Logi 17, aka IconMark17. Have a good day, keep safe, and don't forget to subscribe by notification bell of the subscribe of this YouTube accounts Mark Logi 17 English and part 2 Mark Logi 17 with speaking Cebuano and Tagalog. So have a good day and bye bye.